This seems to be a functional act of hypocrisy on the part of the socialists. William Morris, the arts and crafts socialist in Great Britain, was a strong proponent of this egalitarian society and wanted to use a central government in order to inflict this socialism. Yet if you look at his actual personal life, you discover that he made a fortune off white child labor in the Devon Consols copper mine in Great Britain. So this hypocrisy certainly functioned among the northern abolitionists in the great mill towns such as Lowell, Massachusetts. The white people were severely injured in the machinery. Girls, I have cases where girls would get their hair caught in the machinery, and they would be scalped from the tops of their nose to the back of their heads. As soon as these white children experienced this kind of disability, they were let go. They were fired on the spot. There was no disability insurance or payments or anything like that, and they were left to die of their wounds. So there were no Harriet Beecher Stowe's that had any concern about these white children in the North who were dying in that very horrendous way.
You give an account in your book of a scene in the British Parliament during the time when the British were abolishing black slavery throughout their empire. You contrast the concern of the Parliament with the freeing of black slaves while they heartlessly had cruelty inflicted on the white slaves in England. And can you tell my audience about this?
Yes, that is an incredible story, Pastor Peters. What you had happening was, here was the House of Lords meeting in a very, they were very proud of themselves. They had a tremendous sense of their self-righteousness. They were now going to be freeing the black slaves around their colonies, and this was a badge of their tremendous benevolence. Actually, what it was is a way of assuaging their guilt for what they were doing, the millions and billions that they had made off of the destruction of the white working classes and the poor classes. And the actual scene is this. Picture the Houses of Parliament, these gilded rooms, and these very wealthy men convening over the welfare and soliciting for the welfare of these black people who were no kin to them. Meanwhile, climbing up the chimney of this House of Parliament were 6- and 7-year-old boys who were going up there, who were enslaved to chimney sweeps, who were catching cancer from the cinders that were in the chimneys. 6- and 7-year-old boys worked to death in these chimneys. Often the chimneys, not necessarily in the Houses of Parliament, but other chimneys throughout Georgia and Hanover in England, would collapse on these children. Sometimes they were forced up into a chimney that still had a fire in it, because there would be a big banquet going on, and there'd be a chimney fire, and they would extinguish the chimney fire, but the chimney was still hot, and they wanted to get on with the meal, and they would force the child or beat the child to go up the chimney. Now, many times reformers, such as Jacob Hanwell, raised reform bills in Parliament to abolish chimney sweeping among children under the age of 10. And, Pastor Peters, they could not get that bill passed in Parliament because people like David Ricardo said that it would be an affront to the rights of property.
This is Pastor Peters, and I hope you enjoyed the interview that I had in years gone by with Mr. Hoffman, author of the book, They Were White and They Were Slaves. If you want that book, we want to send it to you, but you can't get it for free. And you didn't get this broadcast for free. You may think you did, but we had to pay for it. So remember that, as we do not solicit funds from you, but from time to time we make known to you that the Scriptures for America Worldwide Broadcasting Network needs your support. Check us out at sfawbn.com, and there you'll see the schedule for our network. If you'd like to order that book, They Were White and They Were Slaves, you ought to do it while you can still get it, while they haven't outlawed it just yet. You write to us at Scriptures for America, Post Office Box 766, LaPorte, Colorado, 80535. That's Scriptures for America, Post Office Box 766, LaPorte, Colorado, 80535. Go to our website, scripturesforamerica.org, to learn about this ministry that broadcasts on the SFA WBN network. Go to sfawbn.com website to find out what all is going on in the SFA WBN network. Now here's a good song for you by Mike Platche. Hope you enjoy it.
Man bleeding and dying, laying alongside of the road, when a man filled with religion stood alongside him. He said, I'll pray, but I just can't help carry the load. Along come another, and he was a preacher. He just stood there, looking straight at him. Wouldn't even reach down to try to help him. He just shook his head as he left town. Where is the love, Lord, that we're supposed to have? Where is the kindness that we need to show? And where's the compassion somehow we let slip away? Where is the love, Lord? Has it too all passed away? Come a good man, he bent down and he helped him. He bound up his wound, took him on his way, took him to his end, told the man there to help him. He said if it cost any more when he got back, he would repay. Where is the love, Lord, that we're supposed to have? Where is the kindness we need to show? And where's the compassion that somehow we let slip away? Where is the love, Lord, hasn't it all passed away? Along come Jesus, bent down and he helped me. He bound up my wounds, took me on his way. He took me to an end, told the man there to help me. Jesus said if it cost any more when he got back, he would repay. You've got the love, Lord, that I'm supposed to have. You've got the kindness that I need to show. You've got the compassion that somehow I let slip away.